Hi, I'm Jeff, and welcome to Slow English Stories. Today's story is about a young man facing his very first job interview. Nervous hands, fast heartbeat, and one small mistake that almost ruined everything. But also a lesson he would never forget. Have you ever gone to a job interview and felt nervous or stressed? Write your experience in English in the comments below. This story will help you practice listening and shadowing in English. You will hear clear sentences, real emotions, and useful words for work and life. Follow me until the end and repeat some lines with me. If you enjoy learning with stories, subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. It helps us grow and helps you practice more every day. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from today? Which city? Which country? It was early morning. Michael stood in front of the mirror. He adjusted his tie, combed his hair, and whispered, "You can do this." Today was his first job interview. He had prepared all week. He had read tips online, practiced answers in his head. But still, his stomach twisted with nerves. He grabbed his bag, checked his papers 3 times. Resume, ID, notebook, all inside. Then he left the house, heart already beating fast. The bus ride felt longer than usual. Michael stared out the window, repeating phrases silently. Why do you want this job? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Each answer sounded good in his mind, but his voice trembled when he whispered them. Finally, he arrived at the office building. Tall glass windows, shiny lobby, people walking fast with confidence. Michael swallowed hard and walked to the reception desk. "Good morning. I'm here for an interview," he said softly. The receptionist smiled. "Name, please?" Michael Adams." She checked the list, nodded. "Yes, please wait in the lobby. They'll call you soon." Michael sat on a chair, trying to breathe slowly. Around him, other candidates waited too. Some looked calm, others looked nervous like him. He felt a drop of sweat on his forehead. After 10 long minutes, a man in a suit appeared. "Michael Adams?" Michael jumped up. "Yes, that's me." "Follow me, please." They walked down a hallway into a small meeting room. 3 people sat at a table with serious faces. "Good morning, Michael," one of them said. "Please have a seat." Michael sat, his hands shaking slightly. "Tell us about yourself," the woman began. Michael opened his mouth and froze. His mind went blank. The words he had practiced disappeared. Seconds passed. Silence grew heavy. Finally, he said, I'm I'm Michael. I like working hard and, His voice cracked. His face burned red. One of the interviewers smiled politely. "Take your time, Michael. Relax." He took a deep breath. Slowly, the words came back. He explained his studies, his projects, his passion for learning. Not perfect, but honest. What about you? If your mind went blank in an interview, what would you do? Stay quiet or try to improvise? Write your answer in English in the comments below. The interview continued. They asked about his strengths, his weaknesses. Michael answered nervously, but with sincerity. At one point, his phone buzzed loudly in his pocket. He had forgotten to silence it. The interviewers looked at him. Michael's face turned red again. "I'm so sorry," he whispered, quickly turning it off. The moment was embarrassing, but he continued, pushing through the discomfort. Read the text about 50% slower than normal English speed. Make clear pauses. Half a second at ellipses and a quarter second at commas. Keep the rhythm smooth and easy to follow, like a teacher reading for learners. Sound friendly and engaging, not robotic. After 30 long minutes, the interview was over. "Thank you, Michael. We'll contact you soon." He shook their hands and walked out, legs weak. Outside the building, he exhaled deeply, his heart finally slowing down. "I don't know if I got the job," he thought, "but at least I survived my first interview." A week later, an email arrived. Michael held his breath as he opened it. "Dear Michael, thank you for your time. We are happy to offer you the position." He shouted with joy. All the stress, all the nerves had been worth it, because he had done his best and learned that mistakes are part of the journey. Have you ever failed or succeeded after a stressful situation? Share your story in the comments in English. Shadowing, Round 1. Now it's your turn. Listen and repeat with me. "I was so nervous. My hands were shaking. My mind went blank. I tried to stay calm. I apologized for my phone. In the end, I got the job." Which of these sentences do you connect with most? Write it in the comments. Shadowing Round 2. Repeat again with me. Tell us about yourself. "I like working hard." "I was honest and sincere." "The interview was long." "I left with relief." "I survived my first interview." Vocabulary practice. Let's practice some useful words from today's story. Interview. A formal meeting to decide if you get a job. Candidate. A person applying for a job or position. Strengths. The good qualities or skills you have. Weaknesses. The areas where you are not very strong. Blank. Empty, with no thoughts or words. Which of these words was new for you today? Write it in the comments and try to use it in a sentence. Recap. Let's review the story in short lines. Michael prepared for his first job interview. He was nervous. His mind went blank. He even forgot to silence his phone. But he continued honestly and gave his best. In the end, he got the job and a big lesson in confidence. Can you retell this story in your own words in the comments below? Great job today! You practiced listening, shadowing, and vocabulary with me, Jeff. Remember, even nervous moments can bring success in the end. If you liked this episode, give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more slow English stories. And tell me, what's the most stressful interview or presentation you've had? Write your answer in the comments, in English. In the next episode, I will share a story about traveling on the wrong bus. See you soon.